I'll tell you a story. This is a gaming channel, but this is not a gaming video. Every now and again, man, I just want to chop it up with y'all, share some life experiences, some life stories. So check this out. I was working security at a hospital. This was back during COVID, at the height of COVID, like 2021. Like after the shit hit the fan and people had started dying and we knew what we were dealing with. And because I like to do ingenious, intelligent shit like that. But anyway, it was the worst fucking job I ever had. Coroner was dropping bodies off. Funeral homes was taking bodies 24/7. The whole couple of years I was working there. About a year into that job, a guy, black guy, and a white female, they started working there as well. I think they came on a couple of months or a month apart or a few weeks apart. I don't know. But, and the chick she was attractive. She was an attractive lady. I instantly was attracted to her. And, she ended up telling me later that she was attracted to me, but she never said anything, of course, because women never tell you they like you. I've met maybe 2 women in my life that have just walked up to me or just hit my line and been like, hey, what's up with you? Like, I like you. You want to go out? Shit like that. Just being straight up. If I had the bravery to just come at you like that, I appreciate that. Anyway, not only was I attracted to the chick, but, being respectful, keeping it player, just lay back. If it's there, it'll be there. I didn't really say anything. I didn't stress about it. We talked from time to time and, we worked together, or we would see each other at work. Now, me and the guy, on the other hand, we worked the same shift a lot of times, so I ended up having to train him, right? We ended up being tight as fuck. We ended up being super cool. I was like, now, wait a minute. Let me backtrack a little bit. We got off on the wrong foot because I think my boss asked me how he was doing. And I said he was doing great in terms of the work, but in terms of the mindset, I wasn't so sure. So I think because he kind of gave the air like, he was questioning the leadership. And I think I made it a point to stress to him, like, fuck who's in charge, bro. As long as they writing checks, like, that's what we here for. Unless you want to, be the fucking CEO. So I think that got misconstrued. I think that got a little distorted. And we ended up straightening that out. And in hindsight, when I look back at that whole fucking debacle, that whole situation, I think to myself, that's the only thing I could think of that would make him feel some kind of way later to end up doing what the fuck he did later on. Because, like, I thought he was one of the coolest people that I knew at the time. And I don't have a lot of friends, bro. I got like maybe 5 people I talk to on the regular, and I know thousands of people, literally thousands of people. Anyway, we end up working together. The work was easy. Shit, 85-90% of the shift was just joking, laughing, life stories, life experience. We end up finding out we got a lot in common. This dude is cool as fuck. And I considered him a great work friend because we never hung out outside of work. And you got to be careful about who you chop it up with and who you call friend, and what you decide to share with people you call friend or people you think are really, really cool. Because everybody's cool when the weather's nice. And even people that don't have a reason to dislike you, that are obvious or that are reasonable, people find reasons to not like you, whether that be consciously or subconsciously. You got to fuck with me on this. You got to follow me on this. So me and the guy are super tight. He and the chick, I don't know if I mentioned this, but they worked together at a previous job, so they knew each other. And and like I said, she was attractive, really pretty lady. She was a mother, so she had that motherly aura. You want to fuck her because she's a lady. Anyway, me and him would talk about like how we wanted to hit that and all that. That's just how guys talk. Just like guys and women talk the same fucking way. We talk about how we would hit that and what we would do to it and shit like that. That's just what we do. Anyway, she ended up hitting me up out of the blue. I think we saw each other at a meeting, and she ended up hitting me up on Messenger on Facebook. So I gave her my number, we talked or whatever, and we talked for about a week before we ended up getting together and hooking up. But one day before we went out, I was at work and she called me and was like, hey, you got a little while to talk? And we just talking, laughing on the phone and shit. She's like, I'm gonna keep you company while you working. I'm like, all right, cool. I like this girl. I like this chick. She had like a certain roughness to her that I thought was attractive. She wasn't like no weak, dainty woman. Like, oh my God, the sun's out. Like, she wasn't like that. She was a little country, she was southern, a little country, but you tell she'd been around the block a few times, and there was a certain level of maturity that she carried, and that was very attractive as well. But anyway, the guy that she knew from the previous job and that I was really cool with at the moment, and he and I was working together at the time. I don't know how his name came up in the conversation between me and her, but I went, oh yeah, that's my guy. That's my dog, man. You should hear and see some of the shit that goes on our shift together. We always make comedy of it, whatnot. She cut me off in the middle of the shit. She goes, oh, I've been meaning to tell you about that because every time his name comes up, I get so sick. This is exactly what she said to me. Not verbatim, but close, like 90-something%. She goes, I get so sick of hearing you talk about how cool y'all are and how highly you think of him. Talking that shit about how he's like your brother. Because I need to tell you something about him. And I'm like, well, what's going on? She's like, I know it's probably because I told him that I like you. And I was like, so I got sidetracked by that. I'm like, why the fuck would you tell another guy you like? We in our fucking 30s. We in our late 30s at the time. I'm like, why the fuck would you tell another guy that you like a guy and he knows you? And he probably like, and so I knew already that he liked the girl too. I'm like, tell me you like me if you fucking like me, But she was like, I know it's because I told him that I like you. And she was like, he started talking so much shit about you. Now look, I ain't trying to make myself out to be no type of player. I'm not trying to make myself into no Casanova. No, this is just what the fuck happened, But she's like, I told him I liked you, and then your name came up a little while later, and he started talking so much shit about you. And she was like, I kind of got the feeling that he hates your fucking guts. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? She was like, you don't believe me? She was like, ask me how I know about the EMT chick that you was going out with. Because she must have went back and was talking to him about how y'all hooked up. And because he was trying to talk to her. And he was telling me the shit that you told him about you hooking up with the EMT, the girl who's the paramedic lady. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he's the only person I talk to about that. And she was like, he's always hating on you and talking shit about you. Now, the shit did shock me. But it hurt me more than it shocked me. I'm going to be a man about that and admit that. The shit hurt. It hurt because I fuck with this dude. And I really like this dude. So the shit hurt me. Because we had plans to hang out. He was like, man, I'm bring you to the crib. I want you to meet my wife, meet my kids, and all this other shit. And I don't have a lot of friends. I don't fuck with a lot of people. So it felt good to meet somebody that I got a lot in common with. I can laugh and trip with. Work ain't so boring. And we can hang out, grab a drink, chill out, and just be boys. You know what I mean? So that shit hurt. Because I was like another fuck nigga. Okay. Now I'm faced. Anyway, long story short, I end up, me and the chick end up hooking up. We went out, we had fun, and in the aftermath, I'm still working with around this dude because we work the same shift a lot. Now I'm faced with a choice because we still cool at work. He's still laughing in my face, dapping me up, shaking my hand every day. We still talking about shit. I was more laid back and reserved about sharing a lot of life shit and personal shit because there's no way she could have been lying at all. The shit that she came back to me with, this was stuff that I only told him. So I'm looking at this man in my face, laughing, joking with me, hanging out with me. And it amazed me. It blew my fucking mind how somebody could be in your face and hold that much resentment and just negative energy for you. And I was like, wow, man, what the fuck are human beings made of? And it scared me a little bit. Because I was like, this is the type of motherfucker that'll shoot you in the back of the head. But anyway, I just quit fucking with him, unfriended him on Facebook, and whatever else we was friends on. And some time went by. She ended up leaving. They both ended up leaving the job. I ended up leaving a little while after they did. And, dude, I ran into this nigga at the gym some months after, and it's a spark inside of you that wants to confront a motherfucker always, but man, I'm in my 40s and it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. It was, I think the silence and just the I don't fuck with you energy was enough. I was like, hey man, take care of yourself, and I went on about my business. But I just want to tell y'all that story, man, because number one, it stood out to me, and this shit was shocking how you could be so cool with somebody, or think that you so cool with somebody, and they hold all this fucking history. And to be honest with you, when I say me and him got off on the wrong foot, it was just some misinformation. I said something, and when somebody relayed what I said back to him, I think he took it the wrong way. But that was my assessment of you at work. It's got nothing to do with you as a person. And basically what I was telling was, don't worry about who the fuck is in charge, bro. That's our boss. Don't take that, don't try not to take that personal. Get your paycheck, bro. If you want to elevate yourself in the company, then that's your business. But right now, you just getting the foot in the door. Don't worry about any of that shit. Just do your job and you'll be fine. That's really what I was trying to say. And maybe he took that a certain way, but let me know what y'all think, man. I thought that was an interesting story. I hope you did as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna hunt you down and rob you, make you strip, take your motherfucking clothes off. Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the story. More gaming content on the way for the people who watch my channel for my gaming content. And y'all be smooth, be easy, take care of yourselves and each other. Stop being ugly.